Hey everyone, welcome back to the Montreal Musketeers Sports Network, and today we have some huge news. Basically, this is the post-All-Star Game recap, and as you can see, the Montreal Musketeers are suffering. Now, they did just blow out, as you can see here by the highlights, the Supersonics by, 24 points, and now they have 34 wins on the season, but that doesn't really match their 38 losses. That's pretty tough if you ask me. They've been having kind of a hard time here, and as a result, they are not looking to make the playoffs. Of course, they want to try. Barry Williamson, the owner of the Musketeers, says that he does want to make the playoffs. He's going to try and make the playoffs no matter what happens. But in all honesty, Musketeer fans look forward to the lottery, and let's see if the Musketeers can drop far enough with these last 10 games to, in my opinion, just really get a solid pick, if anything. Now, up next, you have the picks, of course. Oscar Robertson, Jerry West. They both look to be the number one picks, and this was reported by Stephen C. Smith. And if you've been watching NCAA basketball, Oscar Robertson has been a triple-double machine, racking up a triple-double nearly every single game, while Jerry West is an offensive threat. Now, if you have been following Jerry West, you know he hasn't had a lot of success in March Madness. He was eliminated in the first round, but in my opinion, he lost to a very, very good team, and I honestly think that he'll be second pick. I do think Oscar Robertson will be able to edge him out in the end when it comes to the number one pick in the draft. Yeah, those two are the number one prospects in the nations. Everyone's looking to get them number one. And Musketeers, obviously with 34 wins, there's no way that's happening. But they are looking for a solid pick, but most likely Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, who are going to be top two picks regardless, they will most likely not be picked by the Musketeers. Sorry, Musketeer fans, it is what it is. Now, Oscar Robertson and Jerry West, one more thing about both of those guys, they're going to have an amazing rivalry throughout their careers. They're basically lighting up the NCAA as we speak. Division I basketball, highest of college competition that there is, and honestly, I cannot wait until those guys are both in the NBA. Now, moving on, one last thing. We have some bad news. Montreal Musketeers Roberson, Kennard, and many more won't be resigning with the Musketeers, reported by the always trustworthy Bob Panino. Look, from what I've heard as the owner of the Montreal Musketeers Sports Network, Roberson is angry that he wasn't traded at the trade deadline. He wanted to be traded. He wanted to be on a contender. Kennard, he feels he isn't getting the ball enough, and he's also frustrated because the plays that the head coach is running is not working all that well. He's not getting his open shots like he was in Detroit. And Mike Porter Jr. also not very happy with the team. Bobby Portis Jr. looking at test free agency. A lot of guys do not want to resign with the Musketeers. And honestly, that's just due to the fact that they're losing. If these guys were winning, I'm pretty sure Bobby Portis, Mike Porter Jr., all these guys would be looking forward to playing for the Montreal Musketeers for a longer time. But unfortunately, Musketeers, even though they had a good start, they traded all away the veterans, which means a lot of bonds were broken, and now all these guys looking to leave. And when you look at what's coming up in 2020 free agency, not a lot of good players. Pascal Siakam, the number one free agent that's going to be open in this market. Others like DeJounte Murray, that's alright, but that's not what you want in a 2020 free agency. Luckily for everyone, though, 2021 free agency is going to be one of the greatest free agencies ever. I'll most likely be making this point throughout the summer and all of next season as well. As you know, LeBron James, Jonathan Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, players like that are going to be open for agency, and honestly, we just cannot wait to see what happens. Jonathan Antetokounmpo has been reported to be interested in the Warriors. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, if they can't win a ring, will they move on? Because obviously LeBron James, Giannis, most likely going to be the number one choices, or the Lakers, Bucks will be the number one choices for NBA championship winners this year. But yeah, unfortunately, the Musketeers, with all these guys not resigning, this does create one positive though. and it's that they are going to have so much cap space for the 2021 free agency. Now, they are going to be most likely moving to Anaheim. They're trying to pull basically a relocation from Montreal to Anaheim. They feel like Anaheim close to Los Angeles, and it's going to attract so many more free agents, such as Kawhi, Paul George, players like that, who most likely will not be winning a championship, and they're looking to snatch them up from the Clippers. And basically, the Musketeers, Barry Williamson has stated that he wants to sign a bunch of one-year contracts, players, a bunch of role players, and he wants to see basically how all these guys are going to do. He wants to see whether or not which guys to keep for the championship run that he most likely wants to assemble with the 2021 free agency. He wants to get a bunch of role players on this team that are really going to be able to help the superstars or superstar that joins the Musketeers in the 2021 free agency. Also, the only issue though is the Montreal Musketeers, they don't have a coach that is respected amongst the league. They really don't, and they're looking to most likely get a great head coach next season or this season. They don't really know for sure. I mean, the guy did a great job in my opinion, regardless of what anyone says. He allowed the Montreal Musketeers to get to #1 seed in the East, which was insane in my opinion, with just a bunch of rookies, veterans, and role players. Now, this guy that I'm talking about, of course, you all know the head coach of the Montreal Musketeers, obviously, and that is Peter Butterman. Great name, in my opinion. But yeah, he's having a bit of an issue getting these players ready, and it looks like he might be let go next season if he can't prove that he is a coach that can gain a player's respect and really lead the team to a championship. Now, his offensive style is efficient within the league, but his defensive play style isn't very good. The only reason why he held the Sonics under 100 points, the Sonics are a terrible team. Pretty sure they had a lot of potential, but just like the Musketeers, they fell off post All-Star game. And yeah, next time on the Montreal Musketeers, we will be having the results of the NBA regular season for everyone. And we hope to see you guys then. And until then, if you like the episode, leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you guys all next time on the Montreal Musketeers Sports Network.